Okay, we will start now. So last class, what are we discussing about? Let's look at those things. Okay. So for first 5 minutes, we'll look at what are we discussing about in the last class. In the last class, we were discussing about organization structure. Okay. I told you that organization structure means it will have typically 3 levels: organization, division, and unit. Unit level is the one where business transactions can be initiated. Organization, division are just the higher layers, higher levels. Those are going to supply the needed functionalities for divisions and units. Okay, if you have any common functionality which is needed at all units, all divisions, then that should be placed at organization. If you have any common feature, that is needed for only specific units of a division, multiple units of a specific division, then you will place that functionality at a division level. If you need a functionality only for one unit, you will place at the unit level. So we were discussing about object-oriented programming system concepts, in that encapsulation and class. Encapsulation is the concept, class is the implementation of encapsulation by the technologies. What does encapsulation says? Whenever you want any executable components, then you have to create one unit structure. Okay, encapsulate all those things, attributes and functional components into one group. Then that is concept is said to be encapsulation. This has been implemented as a class by the technologies. So class is equal to encapsulation. Okay, so class contains attributes plus functional components, wherein which class will have a behavior, wherein which class will have a certain behavior. Are you clear, everyone? Next, inheritance we were discussing about in general. Inheritance means single level and multi-level. Inheritance is a parent and child relationship defined between two classes or more classes, where child class inherits from parent. Child can access all the features of parent. Okay, but parent cannot access anything from child directly. Next, other than this, if you have multi-level, means one parent, one child, and one more child, child of child. So multi-level means you may have 3 levels: class A, class B. Class B inherits from class A, class C inherits from class B. So here class A is parent of B, class B is parent of C. So B can access anything from A, C can access from anything from B as well as from A, both. So a class can access anything from parent as well as grandparent and so on. Okay. So next in the organization structure, I told you one example. And types of classes. There are 2 types of classes. One is abstract class, another one is concrete class. Whether it is abstract or concrete, both are classes only. Both are classes only. So classes will have attributes plus functionalities. So if it is either abstract class or either concrete class, definitely these will have attributes plus functional components available inside. But the difference comes in picture in the case creation, that is transaction initiation. Concrete class is the one where transaction can be initiated. Abstract class is the one where transaction cannot be initiated. Abstract class is the one where transaction cannot be initiated. Okay, clear? So here you go now. Next. Okay, after this, see, generally abstract classes are reusable higher level classes. See, in our application, organization, division are abstract classes. devimpl@axa.com password rules. In our application, organization and division classes are there. I mean, like when you compare with organization structure, those 3 are said to be organization, division, and unit. Go to App Explorer, Dev Studio App Explorer. So organization class abstract, division abstract. The unit class is concrete, where we can initiate transaction. Yesterday I have shown you that. Okay, this is just a revision of yesterday's one. And now inheritance in Pega. How Pega is going to access the properties or the rules from the components from the parent to child. Generally in Pega, parent-child relationship between AXA auto work is being defined by a symbol hyphen. In Pega, you read that symbol as dash. AXA auto dash work. So that's the work class ID. So look at the ID of the work class. This is the ID work class. And if you look at auto I class, the ID is, so whenever these classes are created, these are not independently created as AXA. It is created concatenating with the previous class using a hyphen. That's called dash. So here dash represents the inheritance relation. So AXA dash AXA auto I means what? AXA auto I is child class of AXA. Okay, AXA dash AXA auto I dash work means what? Work is a child class of AXA dash AXA auto I plus AXA also it is child class. So work class can access anything from AXA auto I as well as AXA, whereas AXA auto I can access anything from AXA. So the inheritance relationship defined between the classes by using dash is called pattern inheritance, because the class name itself like a pattern. Class name itself is like a pattern. Okay, A dash, B dash, C dash, D. D is children of ABC. C is children of AB. B is child of A. Okay, D is child of ABC. C is child of AB. B is child of A. So that's how when you look at the class name, you can directly say what are parents and what are children. That is when pattern inheritance. So then what is the purpose of pattern inheritance in Pega? Okay, what is the purpose of pattern inheritance? Why we need pattern inheritance in Pega? It is very simple answer. To access the rules of higher classes into lower classes where the classes are from same application. So you, in order to access the rules from higher classes into lower classes, you need pattern inheritance where all these classes related to current application only. Okay, let me tell you in simple example. So just take one family. So family inheritance means grandparent, great grandparents, grandparents, parents, child. Now this is the tree structure. These all are connected to them by inheritance relation called blood relation. Within one family, the very bottom level can access the property of all higher level because you are blood related to them. You have right to access. So that's called pattern inheritance within one family only. Pattern inheritance is within the application. In this application, this application classes which are higher level. Within the one application, higher level classes can be accessed into lower level classes by using pattern inheritance. That's the purpose of pattern inheritance. Clear, everyone? Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, sure.
So when you hear pattern inheritance, you just need to recollect blood relation in a family and family tree from higher to lower level. It is easy to understand. Okay. So now direct inheritance. This is somewhat we need to look at. Today we are going to start looking at direct inheritance concept, right? Yesterday I told you up to pattern inheritance. So direct inheritance means I want to access some property from another family. So where there should be a relation between the families. Without relation, you cannot access. Again, relation means, so here in the context of Pega, I want to access the features of from the classes of another application. Some other application has classes, there are some features. I want to access the features of some other application classes into my application classes. First thing is, these two should be related. These two applications related means one application should be created on top of another application, built on. Two separate applications, those are not created like this, not like stack. Separate means you cannot even define the relation. Two separate application means you cannot define any relation between the classes of completely two separate applications. If you want to define inheritance relation between the classes of two different applications, one application should be created on top of another application. Are you clear? This point, everyone clear? Are you clear with the point that I told? I did not tell you what is direct inheritance so far. First thing is, if you want to define relation between the classes of two different applications, first thing is one application should be created on top of another application. That is one thing. Then only you can define inheritance relation between the classes. Without defining inheritance relation between classes, I'm going to ask you one question now. I'm asking you now right away. Without defining inheritance relation between two classes, is it possible to access the features of one class into another class directly? Is it possible?
No.
Not at all possible.
No, sir.
Whether the classes belongs to same application or within same application or another application. No matter where the classes are. If you have two classes, you want to access the features of one class into another class, you must define inheritance relation. The classes may be in the same application. The classes may be in the different application. If they are in the same application, higher level to lower level pattern inheritance done. Okay. If they are in different application, application A has class A, application B has class B. I want to define inheritance relation between A and B. First thing is you should have to create B application on top of A application. Then only you can define inheritance. Otherwise, you cannot even define. It's a kind of just an example. Okay. Example, suppose family A, family B. Family A guy has married to a girl in family B. Okay. Now that girl property, he can also access. Generally, family B can, this guy from family B can access the property of another person in family B when he got married. That's possible, generally saying in India. It's possible, right? Generally. So, this is a direct relation between the people. They are directly related by not. Okay. So, that's a direct relation between. So, how the person from family A is allowed to access some property from family B when this person married to a girl from family B. Direct relation they are now. Directly related. Okay. So this is called direct inheritance. Clear? Direct inheritance means you need to remember marriage relation. Pattern means you need to remember blood relation. Blood relation obviously same family structure. Marriage relation is from another family. Clear everyone?
Yes, Harsha.
Yes, sir.
Good, understand, right? Concept you understand. Still it is there. It's not completed. So far you are clear concept?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just 1 minute. Okay. Give me 1 minute, please. Give me 1 minute, please. Okay. I don't. Okay. So now here you go. So now there is a need. There is a need that you want to. Okay. I'll open the diagram. The other day we have drawn one diagram. You remember? I'll open one diagram and show you so that you can easily understand. I can go back and see diagrams. And what is the diagram? Date modified. Okay, for you, I have given it in the document, right? The diagram. Okay, another application diagram I will open. What is there in that? This is another application diagram. This is what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, so Pega platform application, very bottom level. On top of Pega platform application, I created my framework. On top of my framework, I have created one implementation. Now my need is, my requirement is, I want to define inheritance relation between classes of my implementation application, making it as a child to the one class in the framework application and one class in the Pega platform application also. So why we are using Pega platform? Because we wanted to utilize the features that are there in the Pega platform. Where those will be available in Pega platform, predefined functionalities will be available in predefined classes. Predefined classes. Look at here now. So what are the predefined classes? @base class. This is topmost class in Pega. Work dash, data dash, int dash, index dash, embed dash, code dash, rule dash, assign dash, history dash. Like this, so many predefined classes are there in Pega. All these predefined classes will have some functionalities. I want to use those functionalities into my application classes at runtime. I want to access. I want to execute. So I want to access at design time. First of all, I want to access. How would I be able to access that? And one more thing is my implementation application also needs to access from framework application. From framework application, right? So what do you need to do is, see, direct inheritance is a relation defined between current application classes with the built-on application classes, and that can be defined in the class definition at parent class directed. So just let me close this. See, in the direct inheritance, we will focus on work class. Implementation work class definition. So what is the direct parent of implementation work class? Work dash cover dash. What is this work dash cover dash? OOTB class, which is from Pega platform. So from this, you can understand your implementation work class can access the features of work dash cover dash of Pega platform application. Okay. So we did not provide this. Pega has automatically taken this. Similarly, go to framework application. Framework application has again work class. Where in the framework application work class, it has 4 classes. FW stands for framework. Additional one more class to give you a sense. This is framework application related class. AXA is common class. Remaining 3 are separate. So now if you go to framework applications work class definition, that is also directly inheriting from work dash cover dash. You cannot specify 2 classes. You cannot specify 2. Like one more class I want to give, it won't accept. In the direct inheritance, you have to mention only one class. You have to mention only one class. So from the default design that we have got while we create new application, we are just making an observation of what are the direct parents of framework applications work class and implementations application work class. Both are work dash cover dash OOTB class. That's what already present. From this, what you can understand is, so the same I draw as a diagram. I'll show you the diagram. Okay. This is the diagram. Look at the diagram now. See, application class names may be different because diagrams I cannot change from one batch to another batch. Structure will be same. Implementation applications class group directly inheriting from work dash cover dash. Framework application class group directly inheriting from work dash cover dash. Are you clear with the diagram? Tell me.
Yes.
Everyone, are you clear with the diagram? What I have drawn? Okay. Now, look at here. The same I am explaining now. From this diagram, what we can understand is implementation applications work class, okay, can access the features of Pega platform applications work dash cover dash. True or false? Respond. True only now?
True.
True.
Yes.
Right? Now, from the diagram, framework applications work class can access the features of Pega platform. True or false?
True.
True.
True only. Now I'll tell you third one. Implementation application work class cannot access the features of framework application work class. From the diagram see and tell me true false.
True.
Cannot. I said cannot.
Yeah.
True.
Cannot.
Because there is no relation, right? Between implementation application work class is not coming from framework work class. So, but this should be made possible. Yes or no? Why did you create implementation application on top of Pega platform framework application? In order to access the framework application class related features into implementation application classes. But by default, Pega is not providing. We will change it. We will change it. See diagrammatical change. Diagrammatically, if you look at it, I'm changing the diagram like this. Like framework application inheriting from work dash cover dash, I kept it as it is. I did not change. I have removed the connection from work dash cover dash to implementation work class, and I have connected from framework work class to implementation work class. Making this, you can see the diagram, continuation diagram. Making this, what you can see is framework application work class can access the features of work dash cover dash. True, false? Which one?
True.
Yes.
True. True. Implementation application work class can access the features of framework application work class. True, false?
True. True, sir.
True. Third one, implementation application work class can also access the features of work dash cover dash. True, false?
True.
From the
True.
diagram.
True.
How come it is true? Tell me. It's correct only.
It's
Through
a-
the framework class.
For
Through the framework class.
parent of parent, multi-level now we discussed multi-level. Parent of parent also it can access. Parent of parent, multi-level. For that I have written blue color arrow marks for understanding. Clear everyone? But this change we have to make in the application. This is the pending change which we have to make in our application. What we do is we will go to implementation work class definition. There we have implementation work class work dash cover dash. We will remove that and we'll choose framework work class, applications work class. With that, setup will be perfect. You are setting right the setup which was been given by the wizard. A small deviation, we are correcting it. I will create that as a practical document and give you.
Harsha,
So
we
Harsha,
created that implementation layer on top of framework layer, right? So this should have been happened by default, right?
Yes, this should have been happened by default. Older versions, it is been given by default, but I don't know. Since Pega 7, this is again coming like this
Okay.
only. Before Pega 7, it was like it is giving proper structure. I don't know what is the reason they have changed it.
Okay.
so that was my question as well, Harsha. So
What is that?
we built the application like our framework layer on implementation layer on top of framework application, right? By default, it should have that, but since there is some defect or something, we are changing it manually.
We are manually updating, correcting it.
Okay.
Modifying the direct inheritance of implementation work class. Okay, what are we going to do in this? So we are going to assign framework applications work class as direct parent to implementation applications work class. Then what about direct parents of organization division? Don't focus on that now, you'll get confused. Only up to this you focus on. Okay, log into implementation application. Let's log into our implementation application. Okay, this is our implementation application. When you log in and go to Dev Studio, App Explorer, these three will load automatically. Right click on this and go to definition. When you go to definition, this work class is there now. This is also called as class group. This is also called as class group. I will tell you what is the technical meaning of class group later. But class group means the class where transaction can be initiated. You can easily understand that way. They will call it as class group. We will see other options also, we'll see. Okay. Remove work dash, cover dash, and choose FW work class. FW work class. Here I am going to ask you one question. Okay, give me 1 minute. I'll ask you that question. AXA, FW work, right? This is what I'm going to choose. I'll save it and then ask the question. Save that. I'll save this document too. And here you go. What is my question here is, see, this is what I wanted to do. I want to come to implementation of our application work class. At the direct inheritance, I'll click the down arrow and I want to choose this particular class. What if you are not getting FW classes in this list? You are not getting, let's say I'm saying you are not getting the FW classes being shown in this list. What could be the mistake you would have done?
They are not linked.
Build on application. Application
Yeah.
may not be added. Build on
We are
application.
not building the application on top of
On
framework application.
Perfect.
On
The
framework.
inheritance is not.
At the time of creating implementation application, you might have forgot to click on framework application. Instead of, you might have clicked on build Pega platform. I mean, like build from scratch. That's if you make a mistake there, that will reflect here also. And where is this relation? For your information, additional point. This is the current application I have logged in, correct? Go to definition. You see built on applications, which means current application AXA Auto I is built on top of another application. What is that? AXA Insurance. Clear? This is where the relation. You forgot it. It is coming as Pega rules. Pega platform means Pega rules. Remove it and choose your AXA. And choose whatever comes in the drop down. Save it, done. Suppose if you forget, see, two separate applications are already there in Pega. Two separate. You want to make one as built on application to another. What you will do? Go to application definition at built on applications, remove what is there and choose whatever the other application you want. So it will become built on application for the current application. Got it, everyone? Simple, na?
Yes, sir, sure.
Suppose you forget that time. Suppose you forgot to click on framework. Here you can make change if you want. Okay, and this drop down, you don't have to think. Just to choose whatever comes. And now for our framework application, I will open its definition. Here you can click on edit icon to open the framework application. For this builder application is UI framework. This is the application which will have all the predefined user interface of Pega. This is again built on top of Pega platform. Pega platform application ID is Pega rules. And I'm sorry. And its name is Pega platform. Name is Pega platform. ID is Pega rules application. Okay, Pega platform application. What is there? So the very bottom layer is Pega platform application. On top of it, Pega provided user interface application is there. Dedicatedly for Pega provided user interface, Theme Cosmos. On top of Theme Cosmos, your framework. On top of your framework, your implementation. In the application definition, you can find these relations. You can change it if you want, but as of now, you're not going to change. If you forget to create your implementation on our framework, just I wanted to show you the place where you can make that particular change. Clear, everyone?
Yes, Harsha.
Yes, Harsha.
Very good. Very good. Let's go ahead now and discuss about the things further. With this, you are done with theory part. So whatever you have learned since yesterday beginning to till now, 1.5 hour theory, this you will apply in your day-to-day development every time to achieve reusability. Inheritance will give you reusability. To achieve reusability, ease of extension, to save the time in the development. For all that reasons, you are going to use this concept of inheritance. Classes. Anyhow, classes are there. We will create new classes and all. We will create functionalities inside classes and all. So we are good to go ahead with business requirements and the rules related to business requirements. Let me tell you, what are we going to learn about? We are going to learn about, we are going to learn about UI, business logic, as well as database related stuff. Everything. All we will be learning in a connected manner, including flow. Flow means process. Okay. So first we will begin with UI so that you'll find it somewhat comfortable to start with. Then we'll look at the database plus business logic, combine everything. Like that, our sessions will be proceeded. From day one to till day ending. So one project will be built in a connected manner. Okay. So that is auto insurance, you already know. Okay. And the thing is, see, I'm just telling you one real life example. Suppose you want to become a cook. You want to become a chef. Instead of saying cook, chef. You want to become a chef. Okay. And first thing is, what is the very first basic information that you need to learn about the ingredients? About the ingredients to prepare that food items. Okay. So what do you need to learn? Tell me, what do you need to know? Just imagine, you never know anything about cooking, or you never know anything about ingredients also. You never know. You are just a blank mind. You never know anything. So now what is the first thing you need to learn about ingredients? I'm giving you hint. Ingredients, about ingredients, what do you need to learn?
Name of the ingredients.
Name of the ingredient, and furthermore,
How to prepare.
Cutting of vegetables.
preparation.
Sorry, name of the ingredients, flavor of the ingredients, then the spiciness, and also the quantity to be applied. So many
Quantity,
details.
leave it. That is while preparing. You leave about the
Yeah.
quantity. Name of the
Yes, sir.
ingredient, you
Yeah,
know.
first, what is the
And
name of
then
ingredients?
What
name of the
things we
ingredient
need.
and its features. Features means, like, as he told, flavor, whether it is spicy, salty, or sweet, or maybe something else. Okay, kind of, what is its kind of flavor? Okay, first each one you have to study individually. What is it and what is its purpose? Individually. Okay, so you studied all the ingredients. Okay, so in the ingredients, I'm also including vegetables. I'm also including rice. Okay, I'm also including meat or whatever it is. Different types of things that we use for preparing the food items. Now you have everything in front. Maybe 50 different items are there which you can use to prepare food items. Different food items means each food item will have a recipe. Recipe will have. So if you are preparing 10,000 types of different food items, all those 10,000 types of food items are coming from same 50 ingredients combination? Yes or no?
Yeah.
No.
The base.
No RS.
No, there are
No,
different
different.
ingredients
No,
for
yeah, different
different.
combinations.
You did not understand my question. Different. I'm so sorry. Maybe my question is wrong. All from same 50 ingredients with different combinations.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
okay, like we can do.
With different combinations. Suppose out of 50, okay, 1, 5, 7, 9. These 4 combination you prepared one food item.
Yes.
Okay, 2, 5, 7, and 9. Again another.
Yes, we can.
Again 1,
Okay.
49, 37, and 15.
Yeah, we can.
Another one
Yeah,
like
we
this.
can create different by
So,
using same components.
yes, different combinations from same 50. You are making different combinations, as many as possible, so that you are getting different dishes finally, right? Same thing when you are learning Pega. When you are learning Pega also, it is the same thing. Here ingredients are rule types. Different types of rules are there in Pega. Pega rules process command. What are different types of rules? Property type of rule, just for your information only. Property type. Okay, suppose type here means, okay, suppose if I say mirchi is a type, how many mirchi means, you know, collection like chilies, right? How many chilies can be there? N number. See, mirchi is a type means in that type you can have chilies, n number of mirchi, each mirchi, one. Okay, chilies, if I say chilies is a type, you can have n number of chilies. Like you can have n number of properties. Okay, property and section type of rules. Section, flow action, okay, flow, activity, data transform, decision table, tree, okay, etc. So many are there. Okay, many different types of rules are there in Pega. For each type, you can create n number. Okay, each type, okay, you can create n number. Brinjal is a type of vegetable. Okay, but how many brinjals can be there? N number. Okay,
Different types.
n number of brinjals can be there. Okay, now the thing is, now you have different types of rules. First thing is you need to know purpose of each type of rule. Purpose of each type of rule. So is it possible to prepare any food item only with using one ingredient alone? Take only oil and prepare one food item? Not possible. Take only one vegetable and nothing else you take and prepare one food item? Maybe not possible if you are eating, unless you are eating directly. So like the same way, if you take only one type of rule, you cannot come up with one requirement being implemented. If you want to fulfill a requirement being implemented, you may need combination of these rule types being connected, being used. So one requirement is looking for property with activity. These two combination, you are able to solve the requirement. Another requirement is looking for section and flow action flow. These 3 combination you are done. Another requirement is looking for property with the combination of data transform. Another requirement is looking for data transform with combination of activity. So you can implement any number of requirements by having different combination of rules mixed up. Okay, different combinations, making different combination of rules connected. Okay, you will get output 1, output 2, output 3, output 4, like that. Clear, everyone? Clear? So first primary thing is know the rule independently and know its purpose. Rule 1, rule 2, rule 3, rule 4, you have learned. Now, given a requirement, how can I combine these 4? How can I combine these 4? How can I connect these 4 together to get the output result as expected by the business? Okay, as requested by the business. That's the way to learn. That's what we are going to understand to learn. Are you clear, every one of you? Able to get what I have told now? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, sure.
Very good.
Sir, this input is just an idea. Most of the time, even when you cook the food like oil, mustard, onion, we put base most of them. So same way, property rule also maybe we'll use for most of the cases as a base. Is it a good understanding?
We should not say like that, because maybe without property also some of things we will be working on. Possibility is there. I don't need
Got it.
property. I need
Yeah.
only, yeah, of course, whatever you said is 90% because property comes everywhere, generally. Okay, almost everywhere it will come into picture. Every requirement it will come into picture for sure. Maybe whatever you said is correct only.
But there are exceptions, sir. I
There
agree.
some
Thanks.
situations may be there where we don't need property.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, good. And see, is it that you need to know how this rule type is implemented? Suppose if you want to prepare a curry, you are using 4 types of ingredients. Do you really need to know how they are being grown and how the cultivation has been done for those different types of ingredients? How those are being made, created? Do you need to really know that? You don't have to focus on that. So, as a Pega developer, we don't have to focus on how Pega created this activity rule, type of rule, but we need to know how to create activity, what is the purpose of it, how I can make use of it to implement the business logic. Simple. Suppose if you are a bike mechanic, you need to know about all the different parts of the bike. What is the purpose of each of that and how these are connected. I can do repairing and all, but I really need not to know about how engine is made. That's not my job. How engine works, I need to know. How engine is connected to all of the different parts, I need to know. But I really don't have to know how to make an engine. Okay, as a mechanic, simply say. Okay, clear? That's what. So you are going to study the bike, its parts, purpose, how they are connected, and you are going to solve different types of requirements. Same way, you are going to study Pega environment, different parts provided, and purpose and all, and given a business requirement, combine these parts to come up with one output result specifically as requested by the business. So now in that, the very first we are going to talk about the rule types, property, section, flow, action, and flow. I will not be able to finish 4. Probably only 1 I will be able to finish today. Okay. Just look at here. I'm going to give you documentation for the same. I'll take from here documentation. Okay, not from here. I'll take from another Word document. So this practical document, you close it. Close this Excel as well. And our theory document I will open. 632 theory document. This is a theory class running notes, not theory. Class running notes document, right? I have already added so much. Okay, very good. Pega basics. Okay. This is completed. This is completed. Control F, next class. Why this is not saved? Huh? This has been directly closed or what? November. Okay, not this one. I'm sorry. Here it is.
Copied from a different session, but we didn't put the dates.
And date I had kept it. It is there. No problem. It is there above. Okay. Yeah, this is what. Okay. Basic rules. Very basic rules I'm going to tell you now. In Pega, what are the basic rules? Very basic. So many are there. I did not write here. Okay. I will not write everything in the running notes, but I will give you here. Context wise, why I have given context at the beginning? Give me 1 minute. Yeah, I have to bring it down. I don't know why I have given the context at the beginning for another batch. Okay, I'll bring it down. Yeah, I will bring it down after properties and then we can go ahead with section. There are 4 basic rules available in Pega. 4 basic rules. Okay, there are 4 basic rules available in Pega. What are the 4 basic types of rules in Pega? You know, property, section, flow action, and flow. These are 4 basic rules for us as of now as a beginner. Okay, so we are going to look at understanding of these rules, as well as we are going to learn about the practicals. We are going to learn about practical of how to create those rules and combine them together to get a specific output result. So okay, I will write down about first rule type. First rule type that we are going to discuss about is property. This means multiple property. So property is a rule in Pega. Okay, but what is its purpose? See, let me tell you. See, if you are creating any business application, it will have classes. Inside classes, you have attributes plus functional components. That's what we discussed. Attributes plus functional components. Properties are nothing but attributes. Properties are nothing but what? Attributes. Attributes means attributes holds values. Similarly, properties holds values at runtime. So tell me, what are the attributes of human body? Tell me. So attribute means it should hold a value. What are the attributes of human body?
Heart,
Bones.
heart rate.
Lungs.
See, remember, heart, lungs, these are functional components. These are not
Eye
attributes.
color,
Bones.
hair color,
Hair color,
eye
red,
color.
black. Skin color, complexion of the skin. Eye color, eye. Okay, next.
Okay.
BP, the value of the BP. What is the BP value? Sugar value. Okay.
Heart rate.
Hemoglobin count. Okay. Platelet count.
Bones also.
The ones which are holding values which will really impact that particular, means impact that particular system. These are attributes. So BP value is going to control the human body, of course. Sugar value is going to control the human body. Hemoglobin value, platelet count values. Something which holds a value is attribute. That will control the respective system. So properties are nothing but attributes. Properties holds values at runtime. Properties holds values at runtime. Okay, now I will open another theory document. Okay, just give me 1 minute. The full details are there in another document. I will show you that document. Okay. So class running notes will have at a high level information. Okay, this is the document we were talking about. Property. So property is a rule. It is just like a variable. The attribute in programming language you call variable. So it is just like a variable in programming language. It holds a value at runtime and it is associated with a name. See here, I will show you. Just don't bother about navigations. Only focus on the concept. Okay, don't bother about navigations. Only focus on the concept, please. So I have created a property now. Property has a name, test property and ID. And property type tells about what type of value that this property can hold. Suppose you are creating date of birth, only date of birth. I don't need time when you born. I need only date of birth. Collect date type, date of birth with the time, then date and time, price of a product, decimal, and long value, big value, 10-digit value, 12-digit value, double, and then integer. Simple. Integer means your age I want to hold. I want to collect age and hold in a property. Age, integer. Password, which will not display the actual numbers. It will display like stars. Okay. And true, false. I wanted to ask you yes or no kind of thing. True, false. Okay. You can use this. There are different types, advanced and other things. Phone తెచ్చారా స్వామి? ఇంట్లో లేదా? నేను తెచ్చుకున్నానా ఏంటి? పూజ రూమ్ లో ఉంది. నా ఫోనే. అవునా? సరే ఇంటికి వెళ్ళి ఫోన్ చేయండి. చూసి. అవునా? ఉంటుంది, పూజ రూమ్ లో ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, నేను చూస్తాలే, లేదంటే ఎక్కడ ఉందో చూస్తా. ఓకే, సో ప్రాపర్టీ టైప్ defines the type of value it can hold. So when you are creating property, that time itself you have to decide which type. So you don't have to bother about as a developer. See, when you get a business requirement, you will get in a table format. Okay, they will mention name of the property, type of the property, and when you take this property into UI, how it appear, text input like that, and any values. Suppose if it is gender, I want to display it as a radio button. Then radio button means you have to give choices. Radio button, gender means male, female, prefer not to say, something like this you can give, no? So that's what you can give. So that's how it will be useful. Now I will be back to the document and explain. See, whenever you are going to create UI, so we are now focusing on creating the user interface. I will show you something from Facebook application, google.com, Facebook sign up, sign up form I will open, Facebook sign up form I will open, create account. See, when you open this user interface, that is loaded into browser, and what do you call this in the UI technology? This one is called as text input. This is called as text input. This is drop down, this is radio button, and this is drop down again. Okay, and this is text input, and these are called button controls. This is called hyperlink. Okay, these are called labels. This is label header, labels, like this you will be calling. Okay, now. So controls, whenever you create UI, you have to add the controls into UI. Okay, that's what. When you create a property, in the UI, it should appear like a radio button or text box. That's what you are going to decide. So you should have to have the properties created. Suppose if you want to create this screen, how many properties I need? First name, last name, date of birth, 3 properties, gender, 4 properties. This is something like pronoun, 5th property, and phone number, password. Total 7 properties I need. How many controls you have? If you take 1:1, those many properties you need. Those many properties you need. So now when you design UI, how do you design UI? Right click. Don't bother about navigation, please. For UI, the rule type is section. To hold a value, we need property. Similarly, to design the UI, you need a rule type called section. Section by default will have a layout. In the layout, you will add the controls. Text input, suppose radio button. One more date, time, date of birth related stuff, and button. I want a button at the end. Okay, like this. So at runtime, if I enter a value here, if I choose the calendar and choose date of birth, which property should hold that? Go to control and map this control with date of birth property. So you have created, suppose if you have date of birth property, so a control should be mapped to property. I'm telling. So rule 1, rule 2, you are connecting the rules to make it one business requirement being implemented. So whenever you enter a value in this control, it will be given to, the value will be given to the property date of birth. The value will be given to the property date of birth. Are you clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. This is clear. So that's what you can do. Okay. So whenever you want to design UI, you will be creating one role called section. What is the rule type? Section. But before that, you should have properties in hand. So first to identify and create all the required properties of your business need, and then create a section, add the controls into section, map the controls to the properties. So your UI is ready, design is ready. Runtime, how to access, I will tell you. Are you clear so far? I will share these documents. I will share this document. Look at the document now. In the document, when I was talking about each type of rule, so this red color sentence is there now. For now, you ignore, don't read it. Okay, even if you read, you don't understand. Property is just like a variable in another programming language. It holds a value. It is having one name, type, and control. Property rule type. Property is a type of rule. In property type of rule, I can create hundreds of properties. Property rule type can be created under data model category. What does this point meaning? What is the meaning of this point? Look at here now. So if I want to create a property, how would I create? Oh, I'm sorry. It's not, it got stuck, it seems. Just let me refresh that. Go to Dev Studio. And here you go now. So right click, wherever you want to create, right click on the class. You'll see a create option. After create option, you are getting one menu, right? This is called categories. Rule category. What did I tell? Property rule type can be created under a category data model. This statement will tell you the navigation. So if you want to create property, go to the category data model. Then you will find the rule type as property. Property rule type can be created under the category data model, and which will come from create. So the last menu is rule type menu, and the middle menu is rule category. Rule category menu, rule type menu. Those many categories are there. In each category, you can create different types of rules. Suppose if I say vegetable is a category. In vegetable, you have so many types of vegetables, right? Each type of vegetable quantity n number. Okay, got it? This is category. This is rule type. Are you getting the point, everyone?
No, I did
Harsha.
not get it.
You did not get it. What you did not get? What did you not get? Which point? Which point you did not get? Can you please?
That a property rule type can be created with data model.
Category, type and category. Okay. So let me tell you, see, so there are categories available with us: fruits, vegetables, okay, and liquids. What else? Okay, these three categories. In fruits, you have apple. Apple is one type of fruit. Apple is one type of fruit. Another type of fruit also there. What is another type of fruit? Mango. Okay, kiwi. These are types. Each type of fruit, how many number I can have? N number.
Any
So I
number.
will create different mangoes, number like that. So here there are so many types of rules available in Pega. Okay. Collectively, some types are under one category. So property, field value, edit input, data transform, these are different types of rules coming under the data model category. Okay. Coming under data model category. And decision category, different types of rules. So I can create a property type of rule and I can create a number of properties. I can create a number of properties. Are you clear now? The person who said I did not understand.
Yes, I got
Unmute
it.
and respond. Got it?
Yes.
That's what. So when you write this statement will tell you the navigation. Property rule type can be created under data model category. Seeing that you can understand, okay, I will right click, go to data model category, and then I will create a rule type called property. And section is a rule type. Section is a rule type which is used to design the user interface screens. And this section rule type can be created under user interface category. What is the category? User interface category. Okay, clear? So you can ask me if you have any doubts or any questions.
Sorry, my question was more trivial. The question what I would have is, you showed a Facebook sign up thing, right? So how do you connect the sign up page need to go to on the data model? For example, I have a requirement that I need to create one sign up page, right? So under this application, I need to create a sign up page. So how do you identify that you need to go to data model and then you need to get into the property and then you need to select the UI? I'm not able to connect the dots.
So see, when you create a section, you are asking about this one. How do you know this should be connected to so and so property, right?
That's right.
Correct. Okay. So see, first name property. So business people only will give you in the requirement. See, I will tell you. Look at here. You got one requirement.
Harsha, the main reason is that each technology has different wordings. So we are getting confused, like connecting this and that. So when we are trying to connect, so that is where we are getting confused and not able
Don't
to.
connect at all. Don't
Yeah.
connect. Please learn Pega as Pega only.
Yeah.
Okay, now see, when you connect, you will get confused because it is a very beginner. You are a beginner. Don't connect. So never connect anything to another technology. Okay, please learn Pega as Pega. Zero.
Yeah.
Then you will
So
understand.
what I think the question the other person also was asking is, show as an example like a Facebook page or any page you have, like from that end, if we can understand, maybe we may understand quicker. So that's what even I think like that. Am I audible? Like, can you hear me?
You are audible, but low voice, but okay, no problem. You are asking me like Facebook page you created. Text boxes are there. How do you connect? How do you know to which properties you have to connect? Is that your question?
Yeah, from there, if we can know what is a section, what is a
No, from there we
property.
cannot know. See, the Facebook application design I won't get. Okay, I'll tell you. See, that Facebook application form, I'll show you. Give me one. This is
Actually, you
section.
can go.
This
You
is
can
section.
go. Yeah, this like this. Yeah.
The UI, whatever you are seeing, that is what I am showing here now. That is section. If you want to design UI, what do you need to create? Section. The browser, whatever is loading in the browser that you are seeing, that you are accessing, inputting and using mouse selecting, this is overall is called section. Okay, now clear?
Yes.
Okay.
The question
And now
is,
the value you enter in the control, right? You submit. It should be taken by someone to hold it, correct? That is property. So that property will be associated with the section. When you get a business requirement, you will get a business requirement like this. Okay. So I'll give the business requirement like this. Okay. So property, create below properties, property name, its type, okay, and it's a UI appearance, They will give you property name, first name, type is text type of property, appearance as a text box. Business only will tell you last name. It is also text. Appearance is like a text box. Gender. Next one is gender. So it is radio. Okay. It is also text value, but appearance is like radio button. And any choices, predefined choices, not applicable. And this one is male, female, 2 values. Okay. Maybe prefer not to say. One more value you can add. That's up to you. And countries, drop down. Okay, text value.
So still
But
there
it should
is no
appear like a
connection.
drop
Still
down.
while creating section and properties, still we don't have any connection with the database table.
That and all I will tell you later. Don't think beyond me. Just I'm going step by step. Okay. So because database part, it will come. First, we are thinking about only UI part. See, UI you design, but you will enter the data now in the UI. But where should this go? Someone should collect the data. For that, properties I am telling. Clear? Database wise, I will tell you. See, you maybe the working employees, you might be already having experience about so many applications. You might be having idea about that MVC architecture, UI, business logic, database connectivity and all. Okay. So how it will go to database? These questions, it's very common that it will come into your mind. But my way of teaching is like, I will teach slowly, part by part. So once the UI is created, you experience it in the browser at runtime, you enter the data and submit, then I will tell about where this data is going in the database, how it is getting stored. All that I will start explaining. Okay, because everything in a single session, it will be difficult. Okay, now? So as of now, my suggestion is think limited about what we are discussing. That's it. It's that you know it as with an empty mindset for now, for next 10 days. For next 10 days, know it with empty mindset. You will be able to learn it properly and perfectly. Okay. Do not compare with any technology and don't get confused. Accept this with zero mindset. Okay. Then you will be able to learn it properly. Okay. So what are we going to do practically? Practically, we are going to learn about creating properties and creating section and combining these controls with the properties, connecting properties and sections. That's the first practical we are going to do. And then how do you make the screen available at runtime to load into the browser? That I will tell you later. So 4 rule types I mentioned. Only 2 rule types I told at a high level. And that 2 we will experience hands-on. Then remaining 2 rules, we'll combine all these. That's how slowly we will learn step by step. Okay, now? So please cooperate in that point of view, everyone.
1 minute.
Go ahead.
So previously you told about that UI. Can you please repeat the types of that?
This one, huh?
No. Previous one.
Section, huh?
For the types of that UI, there are
Property, section, flow actions you showed, right?
4 rule
Harsha, I
types.
think she's asking that. Yeah.
Is 4.
No, all the list you showed some list. Maybe she's asking that.
These are just like that I have written. Don't write anything. See, maybe I don't know whether some people are writing while the session is going. You don't need to write even a single word. Just generally, I am telling. Not because. So because the full session is for explanation only. Why you have to take notes? I am already preparing running notes with highlights. Plus, I have already complete details in the theory document. Okay, just go through it. Enough. Because writing, you'll miss something. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So when we choose that property in that, like we choose that as radio buttons, for example, in UI, we can change that in future. Like if we choose radio button there.
You can change the control anytime.
Okay. Even
Today
though
it
we
is drop
specify
down.
that as radio button.
Yeah,
Okay.
today it is drop down. Business is not comfortable with drop down. They're asking you, make it radio button. You make it radio button. You have radio buttons, 15 radio buttons. They are not comfortable. Too much of space occupied. They are asking you to change it to drop down. You can still change. Subramanian, please go ahead.
Do we need to
Can
change
we?
the property? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No,
please
I'll
go
tell
ahead.
you
I
where
still
to change, but you can change. Go ahead.
okay. Got
Harsha, Pega has some inbuilt properties which we can use everywhere, right?
Yes, Pega has built-in properties, OOTB properties, OOTB sections, OOTB flow actions, OOTB flows, everything OOTB available. At the very beginning, we will not focus on OOTB. Much we will create by ourselves. Slowly, we will start using OOTB also.
Got it.
Okay, now?
Yeah.
Because with OOTB, you will not feel hands-on. You will not feel like you are doing it. Srini Reddy, please go ahead.
Yeah, my question is regarding the classes. Yesterday we were discussed about abstract and concrete classes.
Go
In
ahead.
abstract class, we can't create flow. Okay, we created a flow, but when we ran the flow, we got an error, right? It means in abstract class, apart from creating flows, okay, what are all the things which we can do in concrete and which we can't do in
Flows
abstract?
also, see, everything we can create in abstract.
Mhm.
Okay, that you reuse into concrete. Flows also will create reusable flows. We will create in abstract classes, access into
Okay.
concrete classes for reusability purpose, and
Oh,
execution will begin only from the concrete class.
okay, okay. It means whatever we create the class,
See,
the flows in abstract, okay, we can reuse that in concrete
it is
and
very simple to understand. Abstract class, concrete class. Remove the words abstract, concrete. What is remaining?
class.
Both are classes only, right? Means both can have
Yeah.
same things.
Mhm.
Okay, everything can be there at both places. Okay, but
Got it.
execution triggering should happen only at the concrete.
Oh.
That switch is there only at concrete class.
Mhm.
See, you cannot go to suppose you go to verification department, ask them, I want a loan. Do they have right to create the transaction of loan? Verification department, can they do it?
No.
They cannot do it. They, instead of saying they do not, they cannot. Cannot means they don't have even that right to do. That's what restriction, right? So you will go to loan department, ask them, create me loan. They will create. That is concrete department. Verification is abstract department. Got it?
Got it. Understood.
Good.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Basically, execution is happened in flow rule only, right? So
It
we
begins from flow rule. Flow rule will
yeah.
trigger all other rules.
So we can't able to create this flow rule in abstract class, right?
You can create.
We
Create,
can
but don't execute. Create it for reusability. I'll tell
okay,
you.
reusability. Okay,
At
we
two
can reuse
places, I need a
those.
common flow. At two places, I need a common flow. Then what should I do? 2 times I create? No. Abstract above, I'll create. Reuse, access it here, call it here below. So you'll get to know all these things slowly. Next.
Okay, sure.
It means the sections, properties, okay, everything we need to create in abstract only, right? In order
No,
to use reusability.
don't come to that conclusion. See, based on the architecture of the business, you will come to know at what position we have to fix what rules. Everything you don't take it to top level, everything you don't need to abstract. Some of the things you create in the concrete very bottom also. Okay, we will see that.
Got it.
So common features at higher level, very common at higher to higher. Like that context also is there. I will tell you. That's what in my notes. In my notes, I have told you only up to here. I did not tell about application context. Okay. This is what, where to create, how do you know? That will be covered tomorrow. So today only I have just told you at a high level about property and section. Next I have to explain you this context. Then we will start creating the rules. This will take around 5 to 10 minutes time. Okay. Okay. That's nice. And if you have any doubts further, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can wind up for today. It's already late, 5 minutes.
Sure, Harsha.
Okay.
We are good,
Wind
Harsha.
up for today. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
tomorrow, please join on time. And one thing is you might have completed fees payments, many of you. And to the people who have not done, please finish it by today evening. Okay, so that my team will share you the new link or something. Okay, now?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Harsha.